boy. I know. Let's turn this. There you go. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Zazu. Yes. Sit. Yes. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. Good boy. So you may notice that I am using a verbal cue, but watch the timing of that cue. I'm not giving the verbal cue with expectation of performance. I'm actually just giving the verbal cue in order to pair it with the behavior. We've practiced the behaviors consistently without a verbal cue. And I'm adding a verbal cue in, but it's a delayed cue, right? He doesn't speak my language, right? So I'm conditioning him to understand that this verbal cue means to do this behavior that I've already taught him. Okay? So it's very delayed. I do it right before I can tell he's going to execute the behavior, because I want him to associate the verbal cue with the behavior. But if I give the verbal cue before I am about to capture the behavior, then he might only associate the input of gesture. He's only going to process one input at a time, right? So he's going to either process the gesture, the physical input, or the audible input at a time. And he's more likely to process the physical input before he processes the audible input. So I want my input, the last input that I give him, to be the audible input right before the behavior occurs. Okay? Sit. Yes. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Sit. Yes. So if I give it now and he doesn't do it for a while, that's a problem, right? Down. Yes. Good job. Good job. Nope. So we're just doing a little bit of pressure. Down. Yes. Good boy. Down. Yes. Good boy. Down. Yes. Now, typically I would lure a dog with my bait, but because he is not taking food reward from me, I did have to use pressure on his collar to get him to do this. It was pretty easy. He actually took it very, very well. But I am still trying to make sure that my gesture looks similar. Down. Yes. As if it would if I was using the bait. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Down. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Nope. Nope. Good boy. Good boy. Very good. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. No. Good boy. Good boy. So he's being a little bit argumentative, wanting to put his head down and thinking that that's going to get him out of what it is I want him to do. It's not, right? But I don't need to have a huge argument with him over it. A lot of times people will stop and they'll be like, let's go, let's go, let's go. No, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to set the length of leash. He's not able to do the thing that he wants. It becomes uncomfortable and we keep going. And when he does the thing that I want, it's a lot easier. When he tries to do something that I don't want, there's some slight discomfort to it. Okay? Doesn't need to be a big deal. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Now, we started introducing the touchpad in our last day train session. And so we're going to do a little bit more of that today. He's very hesitant about it. And so I don't want it, because it may end up being a bit more aversive than what we've been working on. I'm going to do that at the very end of my session. And I'm going to keep it very, very short. I am going to mark and take away the pressure the moment that he gives me even the slightest bit of what I want. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to put his feet on the touchpad like you see a lot of the other dogs do. He just needs to show some compliance to the activity, and that's about it. So we're just going to bring him up closer to the touchpad. And he's saying, I don't want to. And some of that's I don't understand. Right? And you can hear he does have a little bit of difficulty breathing, right? Because he's overweight. Yes, good boy. So I just moved his foot a little bit. He tapped it with his toes. You may not have heard that. He tapped it with his toes. I marked that. Okay? That's all. That's all I need. Good job. Good job. Good boy. So because he stopped panicking about my touchpad, I'm going to let him rest here. And then I'm going to see if he'll let me just put his foot on it. Yes, good boy. Good boy. He doesn't know how to problem solve through things very well, and so I'm helping him learn that. This is about learning to give into the leash pressure without an argument and learning to problem solve through what's going on rather than, panicking and pacing around. What do I have to do to get through this, right? Why, it's uncomfortable this way, it's uncomfortable that way. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Good job. Good job. When dogs are allowed to kind of do whatever they want, they learn to be argumentative. When you start to not allow them to do whatever they want. And he is an insecure dog, so he doesn't really have the stability of mind to make good decisions. And so I'm trying to show him how to make good decisions. It's not about controlling everything that he does. I give him a little bit of opportunity to do it the wrong way. And there's only one answer to the equation, which is to do it my way. Yes, good job. So very little pressure, and he clipped it with his toes. He did just walk right past it, and that's okay. No. Good boy. Good. See if we can add a little bit of pressure. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Little bit of pressure. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Little bit of pressure. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Little bit of pressure. Now I'm going to keep the pressure going. Yes, good job. What a good boy. What a good boy. Victory lap. Victory lap. Victory lap. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Good job, buddy. So he finally put his foot and weight bared through it on the touchpad. That's where our session will end for this morning. And then we'll do it again later today. Good job, buddy. That was so good.